Hey guys, what is up? FHR2 here. Today I'm going to be doing FHR2, Game 10 of the 18-19 season. Flyers versus the Bruins in Boston. Flyers are coming off a 4-1 loss to the Avalanche at home. Didn't really play that good of a game. A couple notes coming into this game. The Flyers did lose Michael Raffl in that game. He's out 4 to 6 weeks with a lower body injury. Michael Neuwirth was also called back up, coming back from injury that he suffered in training camp. And he was the backup for tonight's game. Elliott got the start. Halak was in goal for the Bruins. Flyers had a real good start. They had a lot of less turnovers. They were playing well really early in the game. There wasn't much for Elliott really to. It didn't look like he was scrambling all over looking for pucks and stuff. He looked real solid tonight. He had a real good save on Chara when he was wide open. And the first period would end in a 0-0 tie. Both teams would have 7 shots. In the second period, again, Flyers had a good period. They were getting a lot of chances. Giroux had a partial breakaway, which led to a lot of pressure, a lot of chances. Scott Laughton will get a real good defensive play on the 2-on-1 on Marchand, and that would lead for the Flyers to go right back up the ice. A lot of the chances from this game for the Flyers were generating from behind the net. Power play looked real well as well. And then with about 13 minutes in, Chara would get one for the Bruins and make it 1-0 off shot from the point. It looked like it got deflected, but it was given to Chara. So it either got deflected and they didn't change it, or it was just like a knuckleballer and went right over Elliott's glove. Later in the period, Jake DeBrusk would get one for the Bruins again to make it 2-0 on the power play. This was kind of McDonald or Hagg's fault on the penalty kill, because one of them should have been on the other side where DeBrusk was wide open to tip it, and neither of them were there. Hagg was up more, and McDonald was a little bit more back on the opposite side, so it was kind of DeBrusk was wide open for the tip play over Elliott to make it 2-0. End of the second, 2-0 Bruins. And Flyers, again, in the third, had a lot of chances. The power play looked real well. Voracek had a post. Really, they just couldn't score. Halak was a brick wall tonight. Coming into the game, he had real good numbers. So, I don't know. Flyers are going to have to do something, because they're now 4-6-0, and they're not playing the best, and they really should be. I know this team can play better. It's obvious. They have the pieces to do well in this league, and they are never able to. But and then in the third, Chara would get his second of the game on an empty net, and that would seal the deal. The Flyers did take a lot of dumb penalties late in the game. Lindblom made a play. He wasn't even out of the penalty box. That's a penalty. Laughton, they could have had a power play. He goes right after one of the players that was trying to fight him, that went to fight him in the second. It went right back at him. It was a dumb play. But I don't know. Something has to change. It wasn't tonight's game. You really can't blame on the players. They had a great game. It was just they couldn't score. Just about everyone had a lot of chances. I thought Gudis had a good game. He looked real well. Sanheim looked well again. That's his second real good game in a row. He played real well against Colorado. I did miss most of the Colorado game. That's why there was no video. But, hopefully the Flyers can bounce back on Saturday. They play the Islanders at 1 o'clock. Home game. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.